Hey guys, this is the PC build for Gaming Panda. As you know, I was going to build a computer a long time ago, but I never got round to it. I'm round to it now. I got it all adjusted out now. Well, here we have the Strike X G7 Black case. That is Christmas Day, and this is the case that I got. I got the Strike X G7 Black simply because I really wanted the USB ports and the power button to be on top, because I find when it's down here and it's my leg height, I kind of have a lot of problems. It is a tool-free case apparently, but I have got a miniature screwdriver just in case, because you never know where. If it's got thumb screws, then you still need to loosen them off a bit. I will be building with the ASUS M5A 70ALM USB 3, which comes with, I don't know if you can see that, but that's coming with energy saving EPU, double USB 3.0 access, anti-surge, core unlocker, and solid cap. That is my motherboard. For the processor, I have gone with an AMD FX processor, which runs which is 4-core, runs at, I don't know if you can see that either, but it runs at a 3.8 gigahertz, and it has an 8 megabyte cache, but it's the black edition of the FX. I've gone with the graphics card as a GIGABYTE GT630. I could have gone with a 670, but the 670 is slightly more. It is a 2 GB graphics card with DDR3 support, and runs at a total of 1600 megahertz, which is 128 bit per megahertz. But that's my choice in graphics card. For the RAM sticks, I've gone with 2 4GB sticks of Viper, which is DDR3. And for the power supply, this is a new make to me because I've never heard of it before. Powercool. I went with the power supply just because I didn't really have a lot more money to spend on anything else. Now I do have a 2 terabyte graphics card in here, 2 terabyte HDD drive, and I will be upgrading this. This is just temporary, but this is my disk drive. It's just a standard disk play light scribe drive, but let's get on the unboxing of the case. Now for the case, I will, sorry about this guys, I haven't got a lot of room to work. But for the case, I will have to tip it this way. Manual for the case. I shouldn't have to do much here, just unpack the case. It's pretty much all I've got to do. Well, I believe so. Besides install the fans, which I think is pretty neato. But as I said, thumb screws. They don't. These don't. We won't be needing a screwdriver. These thumb screws come right off. But yeah, these thumb screws come right off, so if you want to get a safe place for those, just get any type of like bowl or dish or anything you can, which I'm going to use my screw top, which holds all my other screws. I'm going to put that to the side. It has a little lever to pull the side of your case off. In here we have what I have reason to believe is more fans, because obviously they're not all installed right now. Seems as though I should have one on the back, I should have two on the upper grill, and I should have two on the side. Now I have already got one on the front, and I think that's all you're supposed to have, but I don't know how many's in here. So let me just get my pokey okie dokie stick, which I don't know where I placed that. So what I'll use is, I'll just use the screwdriver for now, but to clarify how many fans you get with this case for future reference, in case you want to build this. Wow, I don't think these are fans. These are all your screws and tie backs and everything else. These are little grates. These are hard drive bays, which come in there. So they're nifty. I have reason to believe these are the power and everything else. Yep, that is a power cable for everything else. It has got thumb screws on the graphics card placement and everything else like that. The slots on the back are for liquid coolant, if you're gonna liquid cool any part of your computer, which I will do eventually, but just not right now. So as I was saying, we can put this to the side for now, and we'll do the motherboard. Now the motherboard comes with, all you want to do is gently take it out. You know, take the manual, you know, take that, you know, take all the cables that came with the motherboard, and you want to just take them out. Which we have two black SATA cables. So yeah, and what you want to do, just place that back in the box, just so you got a work surface. You want to grab this open like that, and you want to kind of grab any part of the motherboard, as long as it ain't the metal part. You want to just place it down there. So now you've got your motherboard, you've got your AMD processor slot, you've got your 4-pin power connector for any additional use on the CPU fan. You've got your 20 or 24 pin, I believe that is a 20. That is a 24 pin connector. We have the graphics card driver slot and any additional, like a wireless card or anything else. We have 6 SATA ports. We have case cables here and everything else. So now that we've unboxed that, what we need to do, we need to put that in the case. So what we're going to do, just going to move that over here for the time being. We're going to grab the case back. We're just going to bring it back real quick. We're just going to install that top driver bay. Now, with the top driver bay, all you need to do is grab it, unpackage it, when you can get the package open, that is. bearing in mind, guys, this is my first official PC build video. So what you want to do, you want to align how they go. And all you really want to do is just like give it a little push as soon as you get it on that back port over there. As soon as you get it in the back port there, all you want to do is you just want to give it a little push. Like, not too much, but just a little bit. Which, this is going to be a struggle, because I don't know why, but it's going to be a struggle. Well, we'll install that afterwards, but you should just be able to push it up there. I don't know why it ain't working. But yeah. So we'll just put the case to the side, and we'll just put that to the side for now. We'll bring the motherboard back, and we'll start unboxing the processor. You got to be careful with the processor not to damage anything. The processor may come down the side, and you get a little sticker to put on your case to say it's an AMD FX. You get your processing fan with it, your stock. You can put another fan on, but I'm just going to go with stock for now because I didn't have a big budget. But yeah, and what you want to do, you want to grab the sides of the processor. Now, you see you got this gold little arrow in the corner here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you got a gold little corner in the... you got a gold little arrow in the corner there, and all you got to do is you got to match it up with the little arrow on the board. So what you want to do, you just want to pull that up. You want to match the arrow up to the processing unit, and all you want to do is give it a firm push, and it should go down. It should just go down real easy and nice. Now, I'm just going to unbox the fan here. This is a stock fan, guys, so it isn't no high-tech fan or anything like that. But usually there's some kind of backing plate on the fan, on the CPU heatsink, and there obviously isn't on there. So all you got to do is you got to come over here. You got to put the fan in place, and you just got to make sure that you can get both of these, because you got two harnesses on each side. You just want to make sure you get both of these on. Now, sometimes they're a bit tricky. You might have to give the fan a little push, but yeah. And then just flip that over, and it will require a little bit of pressure, but that's about it. And then there's your fan, it's on, and then you can plug your connector in here. You can just plug your connector there when the connector wants to go, and just give that firm push, guys. And that's it for the processor. That's all you do with the processor. Now, usually in the case you will have standoffs, and I believe they may be in the utilities pack that we got, but yeah, they are. But all you really want to do is put them in the holes. But if you're not sure on where to put them, consult your manual here that you have here. Just have a look through the manual. I mean, there's not much where it's saying what it comes with, what it does, yada yada. yeah, there's not much in here. It's not saying a bunch load, it's just saying how everything connects up. But yeah, so what you want to do, you want to go and get your motherboard manual, and you just want to go inside, and it'll have a little disc, and that's got another little sticker for your computer. But if you have a look in here, it should tell you, or you can just grab the case by the fan. You can grab the fan, it's all weighted in, and you can just place it slightly in there just to check where the standoffs go. And I'm putting it in the wrong way, but the standoffs go in 1, 2, 3. So I'm just going to do them 3 for now. This video may take a while. I have said it is my first PC build, and I am grateful for anyone that watches it. But yeah, just screw these in with your hands. Unless you have a tool, or unless it comes with a tool, which I don't think this does. There's no tool. Wait, there's a screwdriver tool here. So what you want to do, you should get a screwdriver tool. I did. You don't want to tighten them up too much. You just want to tighten them up enough to make sure they're in there. Now, they do get a bit tricky. I mean, they're not the best of things, but yeah. But that's all it is. It's a star key and then a Allen key on the bottom. Now, if you can't find, if you don't want to read the manual, then you can just do all this handy dandy work by yourself. I mean, we've got oh wait, we're doing it again. We've got standoff there. We've got another one there and there. Got another one there. So these, just making an L with the motherboard. So yeah, just install the standoffs as firmly and as tightly as you can. You don't want them too tight in case you need to take some out, but just make them firmly for now. We have got slots on this case for cable management, which I'm pretty happy about. I don't want a messy build. I want very clean and sturdy, and not wires just tackling everywhere. Sometimes you'll get it so like it won't go on properly. So like just change it to another standoff, or just see if it works with a screwdriver. I mean, I'm only using a small Phillips head screwdriver, so we just tighten that just slightly, because I know where the standoffs go. We're just going to tighten all these 2 up as well. And then we've just got 2 more to go, and then we can place the motherboard in. Now, this is really exciting for me because I'm really going to look for the views on this. But this is my PC build, and I don't know if you guys think it's good. I don't know if you guys think it's bad. I'm just going to leave that to you guys to think about. But yeah, we've got a big space here as well, and that's going to be for the motherboard and everything else. But that's firmly in, and we have 1 left. So all you need to do is put that in the bag with all the others. You could have used the washers if you wanted to, but I didn't. I'm just checking out the screws we got here, guys, because it did say it was a toolless case, and it doesn't seem toolless to me. But yeah, now we can grab the motherboard, check that they're all lined up, and get that in, get this sucker in there. It seems as though they are all in place. They are all in place, guys. So what we're going to do, we're just going to remove that. And to make things a little easier, I'm just going to remove this fan quickly. And if we hold the bottom in, just hold your fan while you take these screws out if you're gonna take these screws out. I mean, there's no harm done in it, there's no threat or anything else. It's just to make it a little easier for you and for me to place the motherboard in. Right. Now the fan comes off. That's a pretty little fan we got there. Just keep the screws, like I said, in a safe place. Now we can get the backing plate for the motherboard, which I hid under here for no apparent reason whatsoever. But I just hid it under there, safekeeping. Now if you give it a little push, like I have done there, you'll hear that click. And that's assuring you that it is in tight. So if we just want to go place the motherboard in here, you may require to tilt it in an angle or something. We're all different, but what you might want to do first, I didn't notice this, but there is plastic covers on the USB ports. So what you want to do, you want to just take that off as neatly as you can. Okay, just make sure there's no more plastic on the motherboard, and just grab it by the fan and drop it in the case. Not literally, but you get where I'm coming from. I'm going to take a short interval here, guys, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, and we're back. You may have to give the case a little push, or like just some of the pins on the backing plate might get in your way. So just tilt it up and just push it. Just push it as hard as you can, and hopefully it will go in place. Then what you want to do, you want to grab your screws that came with the case, but you want to grab the give me a minute, I will find them. All the bags are labeled. There will be one that says motherboard on. Okay, MB, motherboard. That is the only one that says motherboard. Well, that is awkward. Because all the others are labeled PSU, power supply, HDD for hard drives, HDD adapters, in case you have any additional adapters, washers for whatever you want to put washers on. But you want to go for the ones that say ODD and MB. So what you want to do, you just want to take one of these, get your Phillips head screwdriver. You just want to give the case a little push. Which I will do as soon as I get this in place. As soon as it does go in place, which this one isn't cooperating with me very well. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm just going to have to pop this backing plate out for a second and find out how this goes on. I mean, it must get pushed on or something. But yeah, it should go on. Now I know that it's going to go on. I'm just going to pop that back in there. Now, you should just be able to push real hard on these, but for some reason mine's giving me a little bit of trouble, so I'll be back with you when I get it sorted out. Okay guys, it would be in a pain again, but we got it in, again. But yeah, so what you should just be able to do now is you should be able to get everything in with no hard pressure or anything. You should just be able to get it in there and slide it in, and there we go. We got it in, guys. Now it should line up with all the connectors, and all you want to do is get one of them PSU fan screws, which are, oh my god, put them down, guys, and I don't know where I put them. I am terrible. They're top fans, they're PC and MB, and for MB, ODD MB. Well, they will have little, oh wait, are they all like that? Yes, they are. Okay, you use the PSU ones because, as far as I know, that little grommet there has to match up with these little lines here, and for some reason it isn't showing that on the labels. So yeah, just grab the little fat square ones and just place the middle one in. The middle one shouldn't be too much of a problem. Okay, now all you want to do is screw it in. Maybe not, because that does not seem like the right screw. Okay, so they are the wrong screws. They're for the 21. That's 21 pieces for. Wait, no. That's for the power supply. Okay, so you just use these screws as it gives you on the bag. You may come into different screws. It is different for every case, but all you want to do is pop one of those in there and screw it in nice and firmly. And then all you want to do is put the other screws in. Which shouldn't be too hard. But if you're still finding trouble with putting the other screws in, like I am, I'd opt for a bigger screwdriver. That's my problem. I came with a tiny screwdriver and I should have come with a bigger screwdriver. But yeah, just hand tighten them so far. As long as power ain't running to the motherboard, you shouldn't give it any static. But I would advise touching the case while you start building your machine. Now these ones are gonna be a little bit harder. Nope. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna go get a big screwdriver, guys. I'll be right back. Found a longer screwdriver, guys. So what you want to do? You want to just carry on putting these in. Now, if you find it easier, just drop them in. And just hand tighten them just slightly. And then just do the rest with a screwdriver. I mean, this shouldn't take too long. Unless you're me, of course. If you want to grab more screws, finish putting them all in. And I've got 3 more to do, guys, and then I'll be done with that. Now just go round after you've got them all in, and you know the motherboard's in securely. Just tighten them all up, not too tight, but just tight enough so you can pick it up. Okay, after you've tightened them all up, just make sure it's in there nice and tight. Grab the CPU fan and just lift it. You should be able to lift the case if it isn't too heavy. Now what you want to do, you want to grab your appropriate bag, which I have kind of mixed up here. They're HDD, they're RD and MB, sorry. And you just want to grab the appropriate bag and put the rest of the screws in. It's easier with labeled bags if you don't know what you're doing. Right. Now we have the cooler, the processor, the motherboard into place. Now what you want to do, you can go ahead and install your RAM. Now I have a two blue slots, two black slots. It's usually authentic to use the color slots first, like with my Razer RAM. You can just grab the RAM stick like that, and all you have to do is match it up. What you want to do, you want to pull these back. You've got little clips on the side, just pull them back and just slide it gently into place here. Just make sure it goes into the slots, and then just firmly press down until you hear the clicks. That'll ensure that your RAM is in place. Now, RAM all depends on your board. Every board is allocated a different amount of RAM that you can actually put in it. Now, it's great if you have 8 slots, it's great if you have 4 slots, but 2 slots you can't do much moving around with. But now that's in there, and there's another sticker in there, which I will put with the AMD FX sticker and the disc sticker for the ASUS. And I'll put that oh no, I'm dropping stuff. All my stickers are going in there. Now you can put that back on if you want. If you want to put that back on, you can. It's entirely up to you. But right now, I'm going to focus on putting the graphics card in. You get a disc with the graphics card just to make sure you install all of the graphics card necessary needs. But just take the graphics card out of the casing. They all should come in these bags. I mean, they're all useful. And what you want to do, you want to just grab your graphics card, and that's my graphics card. So what you want to do, you want to get the long PCI slot, and you want to measure up where the barrel's going to go, and you want to just remove that port so you've got somewhere to put it. Like I said before, it may require a screwdriver even if they're thumb screws, which this one requires quite a bit of force. That's on tight, but that's a good thing as well. And all you want to do is take the metal grid and just place it in a box that you get with your computer. That way, if you ever don't need that slot, you just don't have to. You don't have to have a wide open gap there. Now you can just slide it along the runners. But first, if you've got one of these plastic grids on it, just take the plastic off and put it in the box. But now you can just slide it in and line the pins up and just gently push down until you hear the click again, which should happen. But yeah, and then all you need to do is put the thumb screw back in. If you want, use the screwdriver. It may, because yours may not come with thumb screws if you are not using this case. Now, just make sure it's firm and tight in there, and that's all good. This does not require any other power to the graphics card, so you don't need power to this graphics card. I mean, you can take all these rubber mallet stuff off, but I'm gonna leave them on for now. But now, guys, we can install the power supply. Now, all you want to do is unwrap your power supply. And just open it up when you can get into the box. There may be plastic on it, like a plastic tape seal. Usually hard to get off, but you know. But you get a manual in there, you get a cable, and you get your power supply. Now on this box, all you have to do is take the box off and open it up, and you get your power supply. Then all you want to do is take off all this plastic wrapper, like that, like so. And look at the power supply. I've got a grid on the bottom and I've got a grid on the top, but I'm going to use it so the power, so the air is going up. So as it hits, in fact, I'm going to face it down, guys. That way, it's generating its own supply of heat. So what you want to do, all you really want to do is, well, first might be excusable to unwrap all these cables and just free them all up like that, and then just drop your power supply in there, whether you want the heat going into the actual case itself or if you want to you want it to cool itself in itself only. Now you want to grab them power supply screws, and you just want to like stick a couple of those in there. Now this is the easy part, which is sticking the screws in the power supply. But the thing is, you gotta make sure you got all the screw holes. Now this power supply is looking pimping. I am really pleased with this power supply. And I believe, okay, the power supply is going to have to go the other way simply because the screws don't match up any other way, but that, sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. It all depends. But what you want to do, you want to just screw them into each other. So now I've got the power supply facing inwards towards the actual computer. Now it has got a plastic matting. I don't know if you have to remove that or you should, but I haven't. So I'm just going to undo the screw and check if I have to remove that. Doesn't look like it. No, it's there for the protection of the power supply. As I was saying, just grab your screws, your power supply screws, and just put them in there. You're gonna have to find out where each one is. And to be honest, that looks like the only one that I can do, to be fair. Nope, I can get them all in. So what you want to do, you might have to push the power supply back if you get this case, because it has got a protective matting just so there's no static or anything. So yeah, just grab the rest of the screws and do the other few that you may or may not have. And here we go again. And that one right there. And there we go. Now guys, if you want to do this, you can, but I'm just going to shove them all around the back. Just going to shove them all through with this one hole here. Oh wait, yeah, thumb screws, guys. But yeah, I'm just going to shove all these cables through here. So I'm going to shove them all behind the case. But I'll be right back, guys. Hey guys, we're back. And I don't know whether or not the power supply comes with a sticker. Doesn't look like it. But yeah, that's the power supply. Power supply's in place. It is. Just have to take the side panel off. Move a few itchy little bits around. I do, after all this, need to find out how many screw holes there is actually on the power supply. So if you give me 2 minutes, guys, I will show you that. Yeah, 4. There's 4 each corner. So if I can just reroute that back there and get that back down there. Yep, I got it. Okay, one more screw and the power supply will be in place. Okay, so the power supply is in place, guys. So now we have, let me just clear the workspace a little bit, 'cause it is getting a little bit messy now. So yeah, so now we've got we have the graphics card in, we have the graphics card, the power supply, the CPU and the CPU cooler, we have the motherboard in place. Now we need to start routing cables, and this comes with a nifty pair of legs which can be fanned out or put to the back like that, like so. But for the time being I'm just going to rest it like that so I can pull that side of the case off. And yeah, so guys, that is the computer at the minute. Let's just put some of these cables through. Right, the first cable we will be needing is the 24-pin power connector, which goes through there and should come out up here. And if I'm correct, which I always am, won't work. Yeah. Well, seems like the power supply is pointing the wrong way for what we need. So what we're just going to do, we're just going to take these few screws out. We know where the screw holes are now. We'll just take these out. Oh yeah, now I see it. The power supply is upside down. But yeah, all I'm going to do is turn it around a little, like that, like so, and push it towards this. That should leave us with plenty of room to play with. Yep, it gives us plenty of room to play with. Alright. Yeah, so I didn't think it would go in this way, but obviously it will. So what we'll do, we'll just screw these in here. If you want, you could skip past this part. I'm sorry I've had to do it twice now. I was hoping it'd go that way, but you know. And a screw in the bottom here. Yeah, but guys, computer is almost done. I am pretty happy about that. I'm pretty happy that the computer's almost done and we can get it running. Because as soon as we... Oh, wait. Nope. Screw hole's a bit further up than that. But yeah, guys, okay, that screw is not gonna fit there. I'll just leave it with the 3 screws for now. Should be no problem with that. Yeah, because that's not gonna fit where I want it to. Simply because I'd have to reroute the screw or get a longer screw. Do I have any longer screws? Yes and no is the answer. I'm going to put a different screw in just to make it so it's in securely. There we go. Okay, that's in. Power supply's in. We've got the back off. So let's start pushing cables through, shall we, guys? The 24-pin connector, as I told you before, will be running through here. Whoops. That does keep happening. The rubber seal does keep coming off. I don't know. I think it's because the cables aren't. The cable's meant to go through these recipients. These parts. I don't think I've got the right power supply anyway for all this. So yeah. What I'm just gonna do, I'm just gonna put that back on. Right, that's sturdy. I'm just going to wire it up to the top here, and as it goes through the top one, I'm just going to make sure that the top one stays in place at the same time, and now that it's in, we can just twist it round and plug it in like so. Does require a little bit of pressure, so don't be scared. Just make sure not to push too hard in case you snap something, but just push it down in place like that. It shouldn't come off. Right. And up here we need a 24-pin connector, so I'm going to go with this one because it seems as though that is the longest one and I have no others right now. Well, that is the closest one that I've got at this moment in time. I'm just going to wire it up here. It should squeeze through there. Don't know if it will or not. No, that's not going to squeeze through there. So this one has to be revealed. Shamefully, it has to be revealed. Either way, no consolation to the build. All we'll have to do is wire it up to there, like so. Okay. that 4-pin connector is a bit. Oh, that's a 6-pin. That's a 6-pin connector. That's a 6-pin. That's an 8-pin. No pin. I guess it's 2 of these. One going into this side of the analog build. Sorry guys, going a bit off camera here. It's just to work out a few minor stuff. Okay, well, we've got that sorted, and all we need is a connector for this, which will connect to wherever I choose to connect it. Well, got the frontal fan, and that's going to be powered by one of these. As soon as I get it untangled from all the rest. No, that's SATA cable. There we go. So that can go in there like that. That's powering the front. It's powering the frontal fan. Okay. Right, now to get the back fan fitted again. Now to put the back fan back on. Just wiring it in here, guys. Okay, and the fan will be facing this way. So yeah, let me just get these screws, like ebony screwed. Okay, guys. Well, we're just gonna. Well, is that fan? Yeah, that fan's facing that way. Fan's facing that way. Don't worry, guys. It's nearly over. Yeah guys, but this is the computer build. I've got all the parts in it now. Be right back, guys. So guys, I got the computer up and running. This is the computer now. It did take me a while to get it sorted out, because if you remember, you couldn't find the 4 pins. It's got 2 LED lights here and here. It's got a blue LED there and a hard drive LED there. Power button, reset button, USB slots. My stickers: unlocked FX Black processor, AMD Black Edition, powered by ASUS, and powered by Patriot. It's a Patriot sticker. Now I did do some modifications to the actual case. I took my old blue fans and I put it in this new case. Because if you look, we've got a red and blue thing going on down here. So I thought, you know what, blue fans, and they look pretty sweet to me. Just take a closer look. Yep. We got the red fan back on the back there. We got our 2 TB hard drive in there, which is there. We're loaded up with that disk tray. You don't need instructions on how to do that, but look how neat and tidy that is. I've got to say that is the neatest system I have ever done. Did take us a while to get the power cables connected. You should consult your manual on your motherboard for that, or consult your case manual. It will tell you. But we've got the graphics card in after a long haul. We've got the processor and fan and everything. But yeah, it's all looking jiffy. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna come over here, place you back on the tripod. You can put you back on the tripod for now while I close up the case. So yeah. Closing up the case. Now, 1 minute. We have missed a thumb screw. Missed the thumb screw on the graphics card. Just hopefully we don't touch the actual graphics card. There we go. I wouldn't advise doing this, guys. It's really dangerous doing this while it's on. But I made sure it's in and everything. Side panel. Now we're going to close this beautiful machine up. All the cables went through the back and everything, so yeah, they're all neat and tidy. I know I've skipped a few steps, but that's when I was struggling, and the case wasn't letting me do what I needed to do, and the computer wasn't letting me load it up. But I found the 4-pin connector. I've got these little handles on the back here. Don't know if you can see them or not. You got these little handles on the back here. You just fold them in. You know, it doesn't disturb anything. I've got the wireless card. I have got a wireless card in there. Give me a second, guys. I'll get us some light over here. But yeah, there's the wireless card. But yeah, altogether, it's been a good build. I've enjoyed doing it. I've really enjoyed doing it. But now it's time to switch off, and at the minute I'm just Windows 8 already installed as well. I installed Windows 8. I've installed a few programs, but yeah, that is all we have for now, guys. Thanks for watching my video. I know it hasn't been the best, but I tried my hardest. Thanks for watching, guys, and leave a like if you want. I don't know, you know, but thanks for watching, guys. Much appreciate it. Bye.